Well, our next guest is an Olympian. She ran track and field representing Lithuania in the 2008 Olympics. Raza Troop knew the importance of taking care of her body through nutrition, and she loved it so much she decided to become a registered dietitian. Look at that. Muscles.
I was going to say, I
Wow,
love it.
great
And
shape.
she is here with us today to help decide what you should be eating after you work out. And she says that protein is key, and today it's all about the beef. So Raza, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Well, thanks for having me here.
Oh my
I appreciate it.
Okay, so when you're running like that, when you're in the Olympics, I mean, you have to be constantly thinking about every single thing that you're putting into your body, huh?
Typically, yes, most of the high-achieving athletes tend to work really hard, not only on the field, but also refueling their bodies.
Yeah.
So, and that's why we're here today to talk about what we can do to help our bodies to refuel our muscle, our liver, our glycogen stores. Yes.
And protein important. You're talking about
protein is
beef
important.
today.
Absolutely.
Beef is where we're going.
So if you think about beef, beef is a powerhouse of the protein. So it's a very rich source of protein and has a lot of iron. And I know that a lot of distance runners tend to struggle with iron. And not only distance runners, most of the athletes and active adults.
Well, and even I was a little low after I had my baby when they did a test. So, I mean, they recommended make sure that you're trying to get some extra red meat in there because you want to boost those levels.
Exactly. And red meat, especially beef, contains much more iron. And that iron is much more bioavailable compared to the plant sources of iron.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start off with the morning workout, because this is a big one. You're starting your day, and I will say that, to be honest, when I work out quite a bit, but I wasn't always that good with the diet until recently, and you do feel so much better if you pick something that's going to help you out throughout the rest of the day.
What do you think we should eat after an early morning workout?
So it depends on the person, but we pick to have beef burritos.
Open it up.
There you go.
Voila, breakfast burrito.
It's sometimes athletes or active adults struggle to understand that they need a substantial breakfast.
Yeah.
And most of us know that if we can have protein, carbohydrate, and fat mixed, and beef burritos is a perfect venue for that because it has beef for the protein.
Yeah.
It has tortilla for carbohydrate. It has some eggs. It has some fat. So it has all macronutrients that we need to refuel our muscles to help our body to recover from workout.
And that combo is important, right? I mean, you don't want to just do, while the beef is important, you want to have other things with it too to make sure that you're balancing it out.
It's always important to have a full package. It's not one particular food group or nutrient would help you. You need to have that full package.
You know, I started doing burritos in the
Yeah,
morning
so
after,
good.
and you know, I'm not a burrito person, and now I crave them a little bit. There's something like you train your body too. Once you start eating these things.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a good point. Most of us who don't eat breakfast, we don't tend to be hungry for breakfast. However, when we start having breakfast and start having substantial breakfast, we tend to become more hungry for it.
Yeah.
So we have
Train
much
your body.
better energy throughout the day. We tend to have leaner bodies. We tend to recover better from workouts.
Yep.
Okay, so if you have done kind of one of that low intensity long workouts, like if you're doing a long walk or something like that, what do you think is a great post-workout meal?
So what we have here, actually,
Reveal!
we have layered beef salad.
Yeah.
So this is very easy on-the-go option that you can actually prepare even at night and have it in a cup and grab and go. And this particular item has a little bit lesser grain. So if you have a lower intensity workout, you may not need as much grain as if you have a high intensity workout.
Okay.
So therefore, this is a perfect option, and especially if someone is on the go and they need to rush to work after the workout, it's easy. You grab the glass and you go.
So if you do, though, the salad, because I think a lot of people are doing the salad and they're not necessarily focused on the protein on top, what happens? Are you hungrier sooner, or what's going on?
That's a good question. So typically, protein satisfies us more. So we tend to be more satiated from the meal, and we tend to not go low in energy later on. So it helps us with hunger and satiety.
So if people are thinking, I can't do, you know, a salad is not going to do it, I'm still going to be hungry, pack on some protein.
Exactly. You need to have a protein.
Okay.
It's, again, the same full package of protein, carbohydrate, and fat.
All right, what if you're doing a high intensity workout? What if you're hitting the spin class in the afternoon?
So if you have a spin class, the grain quantity would be higher. So what we have in here, steak and blue cheese wraps, and they also easy items that you can just grab and go. And the neat thing about wraps that you can always make them even at night if you want to, and you can use variety of beef. You don't have to use steak. We have steak in here, but we can use, if you make crock pot and you have beef, you can always add it to the.
Or even I was thinking for the breakfast one, you could just do like leftover taco meat from the night
Exactly,
before,
exactly,
and then
yeah.
just pop it right in there for your breakfast burrito in the morning. You're not making two things.
Exactly. So it's usually you have to make sure you have all components in the meal, and they can be variety of beef options, variety of grain options, but the grain may vary depending on how active you were.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, if you're going to work hard and do this anyway, why not make it work? Because if you're not eating right after you work out so hard, what's the point?
How much of it for you, Raza, when you were, when you're running and you're competing at an Olympic level? I mean, I know the training is a big part, but food has to be a big part. I mean, what's do you think is the percentage of how much each one is important?
I think both of them actually as important because when you're working out hard, you need to recover after the workouts to get the next hard workout next day or next morning, or even on the same day.
So the food just as important as the training.
So the food is just as important as the training because half of your work is actually recovery from the workout.
Wow.
So typically, I think it's hand in hand. I cannot even pick the percentage because if you're working out hard, if you don't recover well, you can't reach certain training level or you won't see results in the gym that you would like to see.
And then you don't look like Raza in that photo,
Yes.
which was just pure muscle.
I'm just saying that makes me want to go to the
time,
gym
nonstop.
right now.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Nice
you.
to have
Thanks
you
for
here.
having me.
And you can, of course, find all of these recipes on our food page of TwinCitiesLive.com.
And the Beef Council is launching a new program called the Protein Challenge. It's a 30-day challenge with protein-rich recipes. We're going to have all this information and how to sign up on our website. We want to thank the Beef Council for sponsoring Twin Cities Live. We have more Twin Cities Live coming up. Delicious.